I'm not perfect, but I want to turn my life around.
Let's go, boys! Game time!
This is baptism by fire.
So CBS's Fire Country is about a prison release program where convicts learn to be firefighters. And this is inspired by your own story as growing up in Northern California. When did this idea really crystallize enough that you were ready to pitch it as a series?
I started kind of really getting serious about it like maybe 2.5 years ago. It sort of just built from there. And, once I started telling a few people about just the general concept, I realized how few people knew about the inmate firefighter program. For me, like growing up in Northern California, where there's obviously just less people in general, you'd see these guys going around and working all over the place, whether it was, on the highway, on the 101, out in like sort of the national forest stuff nearby. It wasn't out of the normal for me. And then when I started telling other people about it, they were like, what do you mean there's prisoners who fight fire?
All right. How would you compare Fire Country's Bodie to SEAL Team's Clay?
Clay's like openly more confrontational. Bodie's like, he's much more heady. Like, he's gone through a lot of pain in his life. The event that happened to Bodie that led him to prison, Manny, who's the fire captain from Cal Fire, says to Bodie, Bodie, you were incarcerated long before you ever went to prison. And I think that's the big sort of personal hurdle that Bodie has to get over in this series. Clay is much more like always, sort of speaks his heart and gets himself in trouble not by his actions as much as his words, right? Like Clay's usually the first one to sort of step in it because it's something that he says.
What are the two character dynamics we should watch for between Bodie and other characters on the show? You got him and Billy Burke's character, you got him and the ex, you got him and the ex's new guy,
Exactly. And all those relationships are all so different and they all evolve as well, right? Like, so you're not just always going to see the Sonny and Clay duo. Like, I would say if there's a Sonny and Clay duo, it's Bodie and Freddie in the inmate camp. And Trey, the actor who plays Freddie, is hilarious. He's amazing.
Okay, the one thing I have to know, having seen the premiere of Fire Country, how are you all doing this without burning down an actual forest each time?
Be a lot easier probably if we were just burning down the forest each time. We have an amazing VFX crew. We use some source, like some small flame bars and stuff, but they're really just to add the end camera element. It's our amazing VFX team that we have that has to sit there and go through each VFX scene and do their magic.
All right, two quick SEAL Team questions. What is Clay's journey as an amputee going to look like?
A huge emotional and physical struggle, incredible highs and incredible lows. And I think we'll sort of see the struggles that come with somebody who's coping with losing the best job and life that they ever possibly wanted and having to completely give that up. It's a lot. He goes through a lot this season. I mean, I would argue that he goes through more this season than any character has gone through on that show.
Will it strengthen Clay and Stella or strain them along the way?
They go through it together because as a couple, we'll get to experience, basically a guy who is used to being this alpha who can do anything, to now being able to do nothing and not want to have any help doing that. And so they go through a major sort of major lows and highs as well, that I think ultimately, we get to a place where hopefully we're back and we're out of that.
Was Clay's death ever on the table, given your new job?
Clay's death, I think, for everybody has always been on the table. The same can be said for probably almost every character on that show.
Because it's pretty ambitious what you're doing here with the two shows.
Yeah. I'm an ambitious guy though, Matt.